My name is Lorena Vega. My ID number is A01196345, and I chose as a topic psychological thrillers. Well, here I have an image in which I took from The Machinist movie, which is a psychological thriller based on this character who builds up his own reality, and what we can see in the movie is only his reality, and at the end we're revealed the real world. And here we can see not only his physical damage, which is led by his emotional instability. Here, in this specific part of the movie, he is told that there's no Ivan, which is a character he makes up, and he's revealed that he doesn't exist, and it's like if his own reality is tumbling down. So here's his expression. And here I put the quote, "So you lie to yourself to be happy. There's nothing wrong with doing that. We all do it." I took this quote from another psychological thriller called Memento. And well, I chose this quote because it portrays perfectly what this guy was doing. He was creating a world of his own in which he dated his coffee shop waitress, and what he did was inventing all this stuff in order to get out of the real world, because in the real world he was a killer. And well, first of all, I'd like to introduce the psychological thriller concept. This is a fictional thriller story in which we are shown the psychology of the main character. This character is emotionally unstable, and there's a dissolving sense of reality in these kind of films. And well, there's a lot of suspense. This suspense comes from the uncertainty we have over the character's motives and honesty and perception of the world. Some techniques used by these kind of films are essentially the plot twist, which consists mainly of the presentation of the real world. Another technique used are clues, which are given throughout the movie. Sometimes they're hidden, sometimes they're very explicit. There are also symbols. For example, in this movie, this guy always feels the need to clean everything with chlorine, and that kind of portrays his desire to redeem himself because of the guilt that he killed a kid on the street with his car. Also, these kind of movies always, all this trouble that these characters have always comes from one specific event that is generally shown at the end or at the beginning of the movie. And well, one of the plot devices used in these kind of films is amnesia. And well, that's basically what psychological thrillers are.
I have a question. Have you watched the movie Donnie Darko?
Yes.
Is it a psychological thriller? And what do you think about it?
I loved it because it was so creepy. At the beginning, I didn't understand almost anything, and then I was like, okay, what the hell with that Bonnie, like Frank? But then at the end, you understand like the tangent world, I think, and that really the plane was like the sister and the mother were on the plane, and he like took this trip in order to like save the mother and the sister, and I don't know, I loved it. What do you think about it?
I think it was pretty messed up because it's pretty creepy, very pretty creepy, but it also like you can make your own reality out of it, because you can say like he said that it was the end of the world in a certain time of days, and he really was talking about the end of his own world. So he predicted the end of his own world, which maybe it turned out to be the end of the world because it was the character we were focusing on and it was the world we knew.
Exactly, and also I think that the end of the world concept was also related to the paradox that he created with the journey, and that if that paradox was like broken or something, the real end of the world was going to happen, supposedly. So that was it was genius. I loved it.
It was wonderful.